Hey guys, what's up? It's Andy Elliott. This is going to be a video that's going to teach you how to make 400 grand a year as a car salesman. Now, I want to explain this to you. Any job that's in this world that would pay $400,000, that right there would change someone's life. Listen to me. If you want to elevate above all of your competition, I don't care where you came from. I don't care. I care about where you're going. Listen, if you don't know who I am, my name's Andy Elliott. I made over 700 grand a year selling cars. My last year selling cars, I made over 2 million as a GM. I'm not telling you about what I made or where I've been, but what I want to tell you is a lot of the reasons why you would want to listen to me is because I'm not just a trainer teaching you how to go make this kind of money. I'm actually made it on my own. And by the way, guess what? I came from nothing. The pure shit sandwich. I came from the sewer, okay? Which means there's no silver spoon in my mouth. My dad wasn't a dealer. I built everything on my own. What I'll tell you is this. When I got in the car business when I was 18, I'm 41 now. If I would have had this information that I'm giving you, I would have been 10 times farther, 10 times faster. So take a pen, take a piece of paper, and don't lie to yourself as you're looking at what I'm about to tell you. I call this the mirror test, okay? I'm about to go over 10 things with you that's gonna teach you how to make 400 grand. Now I'm gonna tell you this, you miss one of these, just one, that could allow you to not hit the bar where you wanna hit. Now listen, maybe you're watching this and you're like, Andy, man, I make 120, or maybe I only make 50 grand. You wanna go to 400? We can do it in 2021 and we can make it happen now. I'm going to give you here's the test, here's the answers to the test. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. So sit back with me, let's get ready to change your life. Number one, become immune to pressure. You have to become immune to pressure. Pressure is what breaks salespeople, okay? Every single time that a customer is going to buy something, guess what happens? They have a little friction, right? Due to the salesman's behalf because he's not great at what he does. But guess what? A little bit of pressure starts to come in and guess what happens? The salesperson breaks under pressure because the salesperson's being asked tough questions or they have to overcome objections that they're not familiar with. What I do is that I teach at a Master Closer seminar once a month, every month. I invite select individuals to fly in from all around the country. Right here in my conference room, I put them on the spot. You know what I do? I teach them how to be immune to pressure. I play a game in here. It's called Stump Andy, okay? Imagine this. It's me. I've got 100 salespeople around, right? And I say, hey guys, you know what I'm about to teach you? I'm about to show you how to overcome any single objection, close every deal, and close it for all the money. But you know what? I'm going to give you guys a shot at me. Go. Give me your toughest objections. Give me the best stuff you got. Give me the hardest things that you can't overcome. And guess what? We play the game called Stump Andy. And you know what I let them do? Put massive pressure on me. You know why? Because I'm immune to it. I've trained so hard and my training regimen is there that it doesn't faze me anymore and it doesn't bother me. I want to tell you something. If you can become immune to pressure, which my training program teaches, you will destroy everybody. All right, number two, you got to be a damn workhorse. If you're not gonna outwork everybody inside the dealership and outside the dealership training, you're never gonna earn this kind of money. It's never gonna happen. You don't get to be a workhorse here and there once a week and then take a couple of days off. Look, is winning a everyday thing or is it a sometimes thing? It's an everyday thing. But I'm gonna tell you this, if you're not becoming a workhorse and you're outworking every single person in your dealership when you're there, there's 60 minutes in an hour. I want you to think about this. Right now, go ahead, 60 minutes in an hour. How many hours do you work in a day? 10 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours? Those 60 minutes in that hour, if you're not outworking every single person inside your store, you're never gonna earn that kind of money. Now I wanna ask you this, did I tell you to be more talented than everybody? Not yet. I told you to outwork them. The question is, will you have what it takes to outwork them on the daily, every day, and outside the dealership training? People say, Andy, how long do you recommend that I train a day? At least an hour. Maybe 30 minutes in the morning, maybe 30 minutes at night, or maybe you just get the hour out of the way first thing in the morning. But you got to be training for at least an hour a day. 365 days a year, guess what? That'll give you 365 hours on your competition, getting ahead of them, along with outworking them like a workhorse. Let's go to number 3. Man, I'm going to slap some salespeople and slap the weakness out of you. You know why? Stay committed, stay committed, stay damn committed. You guys get hot and cold, hot and cold. Let me tell you this. Is this a hot-ass paycheck? You want to make that kind of money? You can't go hot to cold. It doesn't work that way. You're delusional. You're lying to yourself. Every single day, you have to stay committed, not interested. If you're interested in making this kind of money, you're never going to make it. If you're committed to making it, guess what's going to happen? Stay committed, stay committed, stay committed. Andy, I've given everything I got. I'm still not making that kind of money. Stay committed. Andy, man, life's tough. I don't have any money in the bank. Man, I'm dry. My managers hate me. Stay committed. Andy, I don't think I'm at the right dealership. You know what I'm saying? Life's tough. I mean, seriously, man, I'm not feeling good. I think something's going on in my head. Stay committed. I don't care. Stay committed. It will push through. You will recreate yourself and become the man or the woman that God made you to be. But you got to stay freaking committed. I do these Master Closer seminars, and it's so funny how every month I got one guy that texts me and says, or calls and says, hey man, can I get a refund, man? Some stuff come up in my life and I just can't go anymore. And you know what I say? God, man, you're thinking so small. You're taking this problem right now, and instead of trying to find the solution and getting through the problem, you're going to go sit your ass in the problem and become weak and broken. Don't do it. Now's the time to stay hard and toughen up. All right? Number 4, learning can't turn into knowledge. Listen to me. Learning can't turn into knowledge. It has to turn into action. I'm here to teach you. Everything that I've taught you from right here, you'll do one or two things with it. You'll take it as information, you'll take a couple notes, and you'll go back to work, and this will never happen. Or some of you, you'll write it down, you'll take it to heart, you'll recreate yourselves, and guess what? You'll take action because you're the executioners, baby. You're the ones that are executing and are winning. Right now this year, I've got salespeople that are saying, Andy, I'm about to hit the 400K, man. I'm creeping on 383,000. I'm going to hit the 400. I made 120 last year. Everything you said was going to happen. As long as I listened to you, I stayed committed and I didn't deviate. And guess what? They're on track to hit what their goals are. Next year, they're going bigger. I want you to think about this with you. Think about this. What you've learned from me, what I've taught you so far, whether it's one YouTube video, 20, 200, 500, you've come to a Master Closer seminar, you've taken all my courses. Are you taking it as information, or are you being an executioner? If you don't turn this into action, nothing is going to change. Look, learning is fun, and you have to learn to learn. And you know what? And notice what I said. I said you have to learn to learn. You have to learn how to become a great learner. But as you're learning right now to learn from me, you know what? You're deciding to either store it as information or go take action on it daily. Become the executioner on everything that I teach you from this point forward. I promise you, you'll make this kind of money. I will not let you down. Here's the test. Here's the answers to the test. But you got to go all in. And you got to take freaking action, okay? All right. Who is training you is who you'll become. Period. That's it. End of freaking story. Who is training you is who you'll become. Let me explain this to you. So you got a manager right now, okay? Hey, this isn't to disrespect any manager out there. But you got a manager right now. He's training you. He made $85,000 a year selling cars. Listen, he made $85,000 a year selling cars. That was his year to date. He's training you. Where are you going to go? Give or take $20,000 of this range. My mentors in life are people that have gone where I want to go. Where do you want to go? Let me write this down for you so you understand this. $715,000 my last year selling cars. The other day I showed a pay stub from the month of April. Okay? This isn't about me. I want to explain something to you. By April, I had already hit $290K on my year to date selling cars. Think about this. This is the time in your life where you need to choose a trainer and you need to go all in. And if you want to really elevate your game, you need a trainer that's not going to listen to your bullcrap excuses and let you keep selling yourself out of why you're not giving yourself, your future family, or your family right now the best version of you that they know they could have. You know, I was talking to a guy's wife the other day. You know what she says? She says, Andy, everything that you talk about, everything is so right. My husband, I know he has the potential to make $300 to $400 a year. I know it. Andy, he's so good at what he does. But you know what? He won't stay committed. He stays and watches your training for 1 week and all I hear is Andy Elliott. And then the next week, it's like you disappear and he goes back and guess what happens? He's out having a drink with the boys. He's going and he's just lost in his head. He's telling me about problems at his job. And then the next week he's going back in. No more. We have to draw a line in the sand and say, hey, we're either going to win or we're going to lose, but we're not going to be in the middle. We're not going to be lukewarm. We're going to go all in or get the hell out. And I want to tell you this. Some of you right now, you've been waiting to have this conversation with yourself. This isn't about me and you. This is about you and you. And can I take you to where you want to go? Hell yeah. But you have to want to listen. You have to say, Andy, I'm all in. I'm completely committed. I'm no longer interested in changing my life. I'm committed to changing my life. Now it's time. Look, let's move to the next one. So who's training you? You want to become the best? You train with me, you dive down, and you need to be here live training with me. In person. Let me put my arms around you. I'm telling you, your life will change forever. Lastly, right here, we're going into the last 4. Become obsessed with being the very best. Look, take Conor Mcgregor for example, okay? One of the greatest UFC fighters of all times. That guy came from the sewer. He's obsessed. They asked him, they said, hey, Conor, what would you said, right? If somebody would have told you a long time ago that you were going to make it up here in the octagon at the UFC? You know what he said? He said, I'd have told him, you're damn right. You know why? Because he believed. He was committed. And guess what happened? He was obsessed. You know what he does? He wants to fight every day. Everything he does has to do with fighting. What do we have to do with? Selling. Every day we are selling. We're never going to stop selling. We're going to become obsessed with selling, and we're never going to do anything else except sell. We're going to become the best selling and closing people in the world. And they're going to pay us so handsomely for it. But you can't want to win. You have to be obsessed. Okay? Right here. Never forget your why. It's what will keep you hungry. You have to have a why. Understand this. Right now, I should be able to say, hey, you, what's your why? And you should be able to turn around and write, kids. Exactly my way. My last name. That's my why. Andy, you see, my last name's Elliott. And the Elliott, what it stood for in my family was just like being alive, right? Maybe going and maybe at the end of your life having your home paid off or something. But it was never meant to be, generational influence. It was never meant to be there that my grandkids and my future, family would think, God, I'm struggling. But God, you remember Uncle Andy? Man, that guy was a savage. That guy was a beast. Everybody told him it couldn't happen. And he said, F you. And he went and did it anyways. And he paved the way for us. And he had the same demons fighting him in his head, telling him that you're not going to make it. You're not good enough. You got low self-limiting beliefs. You can't do this. The odds are stacked against you. No. Andy Elliott took our last name and he made the Elliott generational name different for the rest of our family, for the rest of our lives. What's your last name? Will you do that for your family, man or woman? What is your why? My children. There's lots of stuff that I won't do for me, but I do it for my kids. And I'm going to tell you this, you have to know your why. It is what will keep you hungry. The guy with the biggest fire in the belly is the guy that's going to win. You can't beat somebody who won't quit. Imagine being on a beach and a tsunami wave comes in. If you're standing on that beach, what's going to happen? You're toast. That's what it's like going up against me. And that's what it's going to be like going up against you. You're going to take everything that you're learning today and you're going to recreate yourself forever. I got 2 more things for you. Lastly, right here. Once you climb a mountain, guys, come down, go climb a bigger mountain. Listen to me. You want to make 400 grand? Watch this. Guy goes and makes $20,000. You know what happens? Look at his face. I made it. Dude, you go to sleep on a win, you'll wake up with a loss. You start pulling this crap, you're done. If you're going to earn 400 grand, do the math. 400K divided by 12. How much is that a month? How much do I have to make? You have to consistently climb bigger mountains. Okay? You climb the mountain, guess what? You make 20 grand, you make 30 grand, you make 10,000, you make 50,000. Get your ass off that mountain. Come back down. Start at the very bottom of a bigger mountain and go climb it. That is called living. That is how you guys will become this kind of an earner. Don't you ever go to sleep on a win. Remember, you will wake up with a loss every single time. I see so many good salespeople get killed by a damn good month. And they go to sleep on that month. And they become a one-timer. Hey man, remember that one time? Guess what, man? You're still living off the way other people are looking at you because of that month. Screw that month. That wasn't even your best work. Guess what? Yeah, celebrate. Okay, cool. Yeah, hey, you know what? That felt nice. Guess what? Woo! Over into a new month. Welcome to entrepreneurship at the 1% level. Okay, baby? Let's go, man. Raise your damn standards. Okay? Lastly, right here. Train with the highest friction possible. Train with the highest friction possible. If you do that, nobody can beat you. Nobody. Let me tell you lastly what I do. If you haven't heard of what I train with the Master Closer Seminar, I take 100 people a month from all around the country. They fly in and they train with me. And what I know is that during a car deal, when there's friction, the customer leaves, trust goes down the drain, the rapport breaks, and the deal's over. I'm going to tell you this. And then you go into begging mode and go get your manager to come in to TO the deal. That's embarrassing. You know what? When you train in here with me, I teach you how to close every deal, close it for all the money, and overcome every single objection. Yes, you, on the spot with friction. I wrap my arms around you. I don't care about the skill that you come with. I care about the skill you go home with. Okay? Guess what happens? You train with the very best to become the very best. And I want to tell you this. If you're a person now and you've made it all the way through this video, you are the 1%er, my friend. And guess what? If you want to raise your hand and you want to say, you know what? I'm all in. I'm not interested anymore, Andy. I'm committed. What's the next step? Well, here's what I want you to do. You're going to shoot a text message, 918-210-0254. This is me. Look at me. 918-210-0254. You're going to shoot a text message. And you just say, Andy, what's next? Tell me more about the Master Closer Seminar. I'll personally jump on a call with you and I'll talk to you about it and tell you more. And maybe this right here will be the next step for you. So not only can you train with the best, but you can become the very best. Be obsessed. Here's the test. Here's the answers to the test. You want to be in the world's #1 sales training program? Guess what? you're with it here with me. Guys, you want to make 400 grand? I just told you how to do it. Write down all 4 of these steps. And by the way, maybe you just watch this and you're feeling a little motivated now, right? And you're like, you know what, man, I think I'm going to go have a good day. You know what? Go and stop and watch the video again, okay? Because motivation isn't enough to make you 400 grand. You have to be driven. Okay? I want to change who you are and recreate yourself. Guys, shoot me a text, 918-210-0254. I got your back for life. This is a brotherhood and a sisterhood of the world's most elite salespeople. Have a great day. See you in the next video.